Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danelia, if you don't already know. So I felt like I had strayed away from these kind of topics a bit. Like obviously I've been uploading like oh for goodness sake, I've been uploading a lot of like self-help, self-love-ish type of videos, you know, on my channel. Great. However, like I feel like I haven't had a mental health video since my first video. My main aim with this channel is to help people. I need to make sure that I'm, you know, making those mental health videos as well, because not enough people talk about it. With me, I do get anxious where there are loads of people and I'm just trying to like go about my business and get from A to B without seeing people. So here are some tips that help me that I feel like will help a lot of people. Okay, so tip number one, I would say blast music. Like never leave phone, wow, English, never leave home without headphones. Like if you've got Beats, blast the music through your Beats. If you've got AirPods, blast the music through your AirPods. If you're still using wired headphones in 2020, even blast music through those. Like literally, it makes such a difference. Like I cannot leave my house without headphones, as in my headphones are on like literally over my head, in my ears, whatever, before I leave the house. So like there's no way I will ever forget them, because it kind of helps you like drown out your surroundings, so you're not thinking too much or overdeeping things too much. You're kind of just focused on your music. Make sure it's like songs that you really like, you pop to kind of thing. Try not to just listen to sad songs when you're walking around, because kind of going to bring down your mood. I will literally just bang out music that makes me feel good. There'll be times when I zone out so much that like I'll be bopping my head and like doing small dance, or I start twitching because I'm trying to stop my body from dancing. Do you get what I mean? Like you need to make sure that you're just distracted by your surroundings, because it will calm your anxiety. Okay, this is advice number two. This is something I personally don't always take, because like I said, I like getting from A to B by myself. But like if you're not one of those people who's comfortable being alone, or like comfortable being outside by yourself, or like going to certain places, whatever, then always walk with a, well, not always, but as often as you can, walk with a friend. Like it's helpful to have someone there. When I like if I'm walking with my friends, like I love it, don't get me wrong, it's not like, oh, I hate being next to anyone. No, if I'm walking with my friend, like it's nice, we can talk about stuff. I also like people who respect my music time. Do you get what I mean? Because sometimes like you're walking with your friend, but you also just want to listen to your music, and that's fine. Like, if you can have that friend who like you can literally walk in silence with, or you can talk to and banter, and like they help you feel that sort of relief, because it's like, okay, I'm not by myself, so I don't feel as anxious. And it's people that you're comfortable around, people who know how you get, if that makes sense, like non-judgmental, good vibes, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Whatever works for you, whatever helps. Tip number three, I would say, remember that no one is actually looking at you. Like I know when you're like walking around somewhere that's crowded, or like campus or something like that, I feel like campus is my pet peeve. I hate walking around campus, especially like right when an lecture is about to end but mine is about to start, because it's just packed. I just hate it. Like there's just too much pressure. I don't like it. And like you also kind of like in your head you tell yourself that like everyone's looking at you, but yeah, you need to remember that most likely people aren't looking at you, and if they are, it's probably because you look good. Do you get what I mean? Or like they're looking at, like admiring something. Do you get what I mean? Like don't over deep these things, because most likely people are just about their business the same way you're about your business. So try not to think that everyone, why do I keep rocking, sorry, try not to think that everyone is looking at you. Try not to think that you're the focus, because out of all those people there, people are most likely not looking at you or focused on what you're doing. So just go about your business, and if it helps, like I said, blast your music. So you're literally just walking, no one's looking at me, no one cares what I'm doing, got my headphones on, bam, get from A to B. This one might sound a bit weird, but focus on your breathing. If you find yourself getting too caught up on like what's going on around you, and people may be looking at you and you get anxious, just in your head just be like, okay, first of all, okay, no one is looking at me, no one is focused on me. And like just literally, it sounds stupid, but it's actually helpful. Like just breathe in, breathe out, and focus on the fact that you're doing that. While you're walking, you don't have to close your eyes and go full, like just, but still be walking. You look natural, it doesn't look like there's something wrong with you. Don't make yourself look constipated. Like literally just go about your business, breathe, and focus on that breathing, and you'll actually find your mind starts to focus on that more than anything else around you. Another thing that I found helpful, call your friends or FaceTime your friends while you're out as well. Or like even if you're just feeling anxious at home and it's like getting too much, just like it's nice to have that break to just talk to your friend. In terms of like when you're walking around out and about by yourself and you're feeling anxious, just call a friend, and like, or FaceTime a friend. FaceTime is even more personal, because like you can see this person and it's like they're there with you. Like, even if you're just leaving your house and you're like potentially, you know what, today I don't want to see anyone, I feel kind of uncomfortable, I haven't even left my house yet but I feel uncomfortable, call your friend before you leave, FaceTime them before you leave, because then they're there. Especially if this is a friend who understands, like, okay, you get anxious, you have anxiety, they will understand. I'm one of those people, like I'm like a comment, like I what the fuck, like I narrate everything kind of thing. Like even when I'm by myself, I'll narrate it in my head. If I'm talking to my friends, I'll be like, okay, yeah, okay, I'm walking past this group of people, this feels really awkward, this feels really awkward, and it kind of makes me feel better saying it out loud. Yeah, it makes me feel better if I'm like on FaceTime with my friend and I'm just like telling them what's going on, or like what, like just explaining like, okay, I feel awkward in this moment. You really should utilize your friends and utilize like technology, because it is helpful sometimes, you know. Sleep, get sleep. I've noticed this since I was younger actually. The nights when I get like stupid amounts of sleep, as in like stupid as in like I barely sleep, not like bare hours, I mean like I barely sleep, and I wake up, I always wake up on edge. Maybe not always, but majority of the time I wake up on edge. I wake up and everything hits me at once. My heart is racing, I feel so on edge, I feel uncomfortable, like I feel so anxious, and it's so bad. And it's literally a lot of the time, like I try and tell myself now, okay Tanine, that's because you didn't get a lot of sleep. It's because you got like such a minimal, it's because you got such a minimal damn amount of sleep. Like, and it really does happen. Like I feel like not sleeping enough does trigger anxiety. It makes you anxious, it makes your heart race, like it's just really bad. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. Definitely make sure you're not getting like crap sleep multiple nights in a row, because it will affect you. Like exercise, because as most people know, it releases endorphins. You feel better, like, you feel good about yourself, you know what I mean? Like you just feel you have this energy boost that really does help your anxiety in general, not just when you're out, just in general. Like it really does help calm your anxiety. So make sure you're getting some exercise in, even if you're not a gym babe, like literally just going for walks, like going for jogs, whatever. Like just make sure you're getting some sort of exercise in. Make sure you're fueling your body, do you get what I mean? So exercise, another thing, it's literally all about taking care of yourself. Although like anxiety is more of a mental health thing, like it definitely can be affected by the physical. It definitely is even affected by the physical. Accept what you can't control and do your best. And by that I mean like we'll be thinking about all these things and like we fill our mind up with this is going on, that is going on, and it's like 60% of some of these things you cannot control. You have no control over it. It's actually not you. So you kind of just have to accept it, take it on the chin, pray for the best, hope for the best, you know what I mean, and not over deep it, or like just let it run its course, move on. There are actually some things in this life that you cannot control. They are beyond your control, and if you try so hard to control them, you're just going to keep eating away at yourself. You cannot control things. There are some things that you can control. Don't just tell yourself, oh, it's everything I can't control, let me just leave it, like leave it to the powers that be. No, like things that you can control, do your best to like get the best outcome, if that makes sense. But then also accept the things that you can't control, because like that is life. Sometimes you cannot control some things, and that is okay, and it's about being okay with that and moving forward. This is something that is very important, and a lot of people don't know. Learn what triggers your anxiety. Like with me, one example that I've told a lot of my friends is I hate it. If I'm feeling anxious, I hate it when people ask me loads of questions. I really hate it to my core. As in, I kind of hate when people just ask me questions if I'm feeling anxious, but when they ask me multiple, like there will literally be times when I'm feeling some type of way, or I'm feeling anxious or something like that, and like my friends will be messaging me on Snapchat or like messaging whatever, and like I'll slide and I'll see that I'm just seeing bare questions in a row, and it's like they know now, like they actually know, because I've told them like I really dislike it, especially when I'm feeling anxious. I really dislike people asking me loads of questions. It makes my heart race, it makes me feel so like it just really gets to me. Like it makes me so unhappy, kind of angry sometimes, like if I'm being really honest. Like not just like, oh, like they need help here, and that's not the kind of thing I mean, but like, how are you doing this, are you doing this, are you doing that, like just don't do it. Like give me time. So there'll literally be times when I'll slide, I'll see it, or like I'll see the text or something, I'll literally not reply for hours. If it's like the whole day is kind of feeling like a bad day, I will not reply for a whole day. Your friends will understand if they're your friends and they know what you're going through, and like just in general, do you know what I mean? Like we all have lives, we all have things to do. People understand, should understand if you don't reply straight away. So there'll be times when I'll see it and I just won't reply. I won't reply until I'm feeling better, until I'm ready, because I know if I go on that chat and I see all those, I think it's my word of the day. If I go on that chat and I see all those messages, I'm not gonna know how to act. So literally learn the things that trigger your anxiety, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your close ones, and like they should avoid doing it. when you're feeling anxious, unless it's very necessary. Obviously sometimes some questions are necessary when I'm feeling anxious, that's fine, but sometimes it's like just let the person be until they're ready. Last but not least, like open up to the people that are close to you, open up to people you can trust. Don't open up to everyone, let me tell you that for free. It's not everyone that needs to know you feel like this and like or this is going on. Like I find it very hard to open up to people, even people who are very close to me. I'm one of those people that just likes to deal with things on my own. Like I deal with things on my own, keep it moving. You know, yeah, okay, I feel like I'm waffling, but yeah. So like just trying to get more comfortable in terms of like talking to people you trust, people you can trust. Make sure it's people you can trust, not just some any distant or like, oh, they're my friend, but like, you know, you have different friend levels, or people who will be there for you and like understand, or at least try to empathize, even if it's not something that is their own struggle. So yeah, make sure you open up to people, open up to your parents if like it's your parents, your siblings. Like it doesn't have to be like your mates. Sometimes another thing is like it's not everything that deems a response. Just because I open up to you, it doesn't mean you now have to try and come up with something, because sometimes you can feel when someone's just trying to force a response and it kind of just feels like garbage and you don't really take it in. It's like, okay, like thank you, but it's like, you know, sometimes someone just wants to vent, like they literally just want to vent, and that's it. Just to be a listening ear, like with open arms, and just trying to get their mind off it and like be that friend who helps. And like, do you know what I mean? Like maybe you guys arrange to do something, or you come over, like just these things. It's not always like just trying to send a paragraph to try and give some generic-ish advice to solve their life problems that may not work. Yeah, so those are my tips. I really hope they help. If you're feeling anxious, like please like try some of these tips, or try all of them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on my social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.